If you're in Spain under an irregular situation because either 1. You have overstayed your 90 tourist days in the country, or B. You had previously had a residency permit but it has expired and now you've entered an irregular situation, keep watching because in this video we'll explore the 4 different ways that you can regularize your situation and obtain legal residency in Spain. Hello everyone, my name is Gerard, I'm the marketing responsible at immigrationspain.es, and in this video we'll explore the 4 different types of arraigo. That is the common path for those who are under an irregular situation to finally obtain residency in Spain and start working legally in the country. So if you don't want to miss anything and stay tuned every time we post a new video, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell to get notified, and stay tuned because we are posting new videos every single week. So first of all, what exactly is arraigo? Well, arraigo is a special type of residency for those foreigners who have any type of link with Spain or with its society, so that they can obtain a 1 or 5 year residency permit. This arraigo, also called residency through exceptional circumstances, varies in length, meaning that it can be, depending on the type of arraigo, obtained for 1 year or for 5, as we'll now explore, and its most important requirement also varies, which is that how much time you've spent in Spain under an irregular situation. So next we're going to explore the 4 different types of arraigo, starting from the one that less requires years in the country and moving on to those that requires more time in Spain. So first of all, the first type of arraigo, the family arraigo, nowadays perhaps the most advantageous of them all. The family arraigo is considered to those non-European Union citizens who have any type of kinship bond with a Spanish national. That is, it can be the parents of a Spanish national who are over 65 years old or under 65 but who live at charge of the Spanish national, children of those Spanish citizens who are 25 years old or less. If they are older than 25, they must be living under the charge of the Spanish national. Then we also have the spouse or the accredited partner, and then 2 new figures that are new after the immigration modification, which are the legal representative of a Spanish national or the caregiver of a Spanish national who has any type of disability. One of the main benefits of the family arraigo is that it does not require any prior period of illegal residency in the country. This means that you can travel to Spain and directly start your application. No 6 months, 1 year, 2 years required in Spain in order to be able to apply. And on the other hand, it's also a 5-year residency and work permit instead of the other arraigo figures, which are given just for 1 year. The second type of arraigo is what's called the labor arraigo. Is that arraigo that's granted to those foreigners who were working in the past in Spain. Its main requirement is that you must be living in the country. You must have been living in the country for 2 years, out of which 6 months must be periods in which you were working for a company. It's important to note that this arraigo has evolved recently, and what we previously called labor arraigo has now transitioned into residency for collaboration with the administrative authorities. Nowadays, the labor arraigo is especially dedicated for those who were previously working, whom their cards expired and now they entered an irregular situation, so they wish to regain their residency status and apply for labor arraigo. The third and one of the new types of residencies in the country nowadays in Spain is the training arraigo, what's called in Spanish the arraigo para la formación. Again, the same as labor arraigo, it requires 2 years of residency in the country without a valid regular residence permit under an irregular situation. Its main requirement is that you must commit to start a course in the country, a course that must allow you later on to start working in a technical position. This means that 1. Not all courses are valid. Below in the description you'll find a list of all the courses that are valid. And 2, you won't be able to work while you are on your study arraigo, but you'll be able to modify after you complete your studies to a work permit. You'll have, this is important to note, 3 months after you submit your application and you are granted study at Arraigo to start your course, your studies. That's crucial. And the original permit is granted for 1 year, but you can extend up to a total of 18 months. So the maximum duration of this Arraigo is 18 months, even though no matter the duration of your course, your first card would be granted for 1 year. And finally, perhaps the most common Arraigo out of them all is the Arraigo Social, the social Arraigo. This is granted for those foreigners who have been living in the country for 3 years and who can demonstrate that. This is very important. You can demonstrate that through your empadronamiento, your city hall registration. That's why it's very important that once you land in the country, the first thing that you do is go to your city hall and register your address where you'll be staying and living. You can also use tickets, any type of invoice like utilities that confirms that you were living in Spain for this period of 3 years, and you also need to demonstrate that you have a job offer. So when it comes to the job offer and its requirements, it's true that this year those requirements have been much more agile, are much more flexible nowadays, meaning that the job offer that you find must be of at least 30 hours per week and must pay at least the minimum wage in Spain. Bear in mind that your application would still be valid if instead of one job contract you have 2 different offers, which in total they add up the minimum required per week. And also if you have children, your application can be processed with just a job offer of 20 hours per week. Nevertheless, bear in mind that it's also possible to apply for Arraigo Social if 1, you start your own company, you become a self-employed worker, or 2, you have sufficient funds in your bank account, so you don't need to be working. You can also start your application with your own funds. Finally, it's crucial to also submit your criminal record certificate, demonstrating that you don't have any criminal or police records in the past 5 years. And also, it's crucial to obtain a favorable report that's granted by your regional government, your autonomous community government, that you'll get after passing an interview. When it comes to the application process, bear in mind that it started directly from Spain. This is very important. Once you submit all your documents, the immigration office has a total of 3 months to resolve your application and grant you a positive resolution. Bear in mind, nevertheless, that nowadays we're experiencing certain delays and it's possible that you obtain your application after 4 or 5 months. That's why it's crucial to prepare everything in a careful way, making sure all the documents are present and you're not missing anything. That's why, and if you also have more doubts about the process, send us an email at info@immigrationspain.es so that we can assign one of our lawyers to guide you step by step and make sure that you get a successful Arraigo application. Again, if you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you are up to date with all the immigration news in the country. See you in the next one.